Hello everybody. Welcome back to flower season. Thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. It does help a lot. So in today's video, we are going to go ahead and plant a lot of dahlias in this garden bed. I have 36 that are gonna go here. And yeah, so I was going to plant other plants like zinnias and things like that, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just going to do dahlias, maybe a few sunflowers, and a bits of Verbena bonariensis, and that's what I'm gonna be doing in this area. I hope you guys like this video, and let's go ahead and start. So here we have the tubers. These are the tubers that I saved from my garden. Some of them are new that I put in baggies too, and I separated them. I have red. Last year I only had orange and purple, and this year I bought pink, red, and yellow to add to the garden. Look at the little tiny eye. So this year I'm sick, so my voice sounds a little bit raspy, but yeah, that's why. So this year I'm going to try a different method to stake my plants. I'm using T-posts this year. They're much stronger than little tiny bamboo stakes or things like that. Last year I used bamboo stakes for the dahlias and they ended up breaking when the dahlias got really heavy. So this year I'm using T-posts instead. So I'm putting 36 dahlias in this flower bed, about 10 to 12 inches apart and 10 to 12 inches deep, around that measurements. I kind of eyeballed it, but that's kind of what I did. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm using the T-post, and I'm just gonna use rope to tie them. I'm gonna do the 3 lines of rope in each set of in each line of T-posts. 3 layers of rope. You guys will see here in a little bit. So I have all my holes dig up, which is just so much easier to do everything at once than do one at a time. It would have taken, it felt like that was going to take longer than just, do everything at once. But planting dahlias is super easy. Like I said, you need about 12 inches of depth in the hole, and then add a little bit of soil, and then put your dahlia and then throw more soil on top. Super easy. So these ones are new, and this is the first time I buy dahlias from Swan Island Dahlias, and I'm super impressed. They're super nice and they're super cheap. So if you want to go ahead and buy dahlias and you don't want to spend too much money on them, you can buy them from Swan Island Dahlias. You can also buy them at Lowe's and Walmart. Those will be the cheaper ways to get dahlias. But remember, if you live in a zone 6 like I do, I live in zone 6 Ohio, and they have come back live perennials in my garden every year so far. So I'm super excited about that. I don't know the names of all the dahlias I have in my garden anymore because, like I said, I saved some of them. I kind of have to go back through the videos to remember what the names are. And once they start flowering, I'll make sure to tell you guys the names of the plants that I have. But right now, they're just tubers. And I'm just going to tell you guys that the colors are, a little bit different, but you can't really tell which one is which right now. So I kind of planted the pink ones in the front, then I have red, then I have yellow, and then in the far back I have the old dahlias from last year. So that's what I did. So when I was digging the holes, I did save up all the soil I was taking out of them. I'm never throw away soil. I've never done that. I don't know if anybody throws away their soil, but don't do it. Just put it in a flower bed or something. But what I did is that I grabbed that, which is pretty much clay, and I put it in my Gorilla cart, and I, with my hands, I kind of crushed it. It wasn't hard at all, so I crushed it with my hands, and I mixed a little bit of new garden soil and compost, and this is what I got. It looks pretty nice and fluffy to me, so that's what I ended up using. So I put a little bit on the bottom of the dahlia, and then I'm putting more on top of the dahlia with the fertilizer, and that's what I'm doing. Super easy, super simple. Of course, I'm planting 36 of them, so it's gonna take me a while to finish. But if you're only planting a few, like 5 or 10, super easy, and they are so beautiful. This is the third year I plant dahlias. My first year, I kind of failed at it, but I did learn so much about them, which that's one of the really good things about trying something new, because even if you fail, you learn so much, and that knowledge is everything. So last year was my second year planting dahlias, and I did so much better. I knew that in my zone, since it rains a lot here in Ohio, I need to make sure I have a good stake holding those dahlias up. The first year I didn't put anything to hold them up, and they all fell in the ground because we had some really bad storms. So this year I'm using the T-post, and my thinking is that this year I'm not going to pull them up. I'm not going to lift the dahlias. I'm going to leave them in the ground because they have come back reliably for me. So I am I'm scared to leave them in the ground this winter, the whole winter, but I'm gonna do it. I know that they will be fine. And if one of them doesn't come back, then I'll just plant something that's gonna be tall like the other ones. So that's my plan for this year. um, but yeah, I'm just gonna finish planting the rest of them. And yeah. And Carlos is helping me put the rope in each the 3 layers of rope. I kinda ran out of rope, so I had to go buy more. But this is pretty much what we're gonna do. We have 2 levels now. We're gonna add one more level of rope, and the idea is that we're going to tie the dahlias into the rope, and that's what we're gonna do. A lot of people do their dahlias like this when they're doing cut flower gardens or they have a farm. So I'm doing this because it's the easier, cheaper way to do it. So I did plant some sunflowers, and I have some verbena, like I told you guys, and I did do like a little line of dusty millers, just so it can so it's a border from the walkway. I still have to do a lot of things, a lot of annuals to plant, as you guys can see. But yeah, and we're kind of cleaning up the garden too at the same time. So I hope you guys like this video, and see you till next time. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see all the blooms of this year. All right, everybody. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.